Okay, this page lists 6 common myths about the college application process. And we're actually going to go through them one by one so we can start to like sort of see what you know about it, about the process, and kind of what actually happens with it. So let's look at myth number 1, which is that no one reads the essays. Do you think this is true?
No.
Okay, good. You can already see that this is actually it is very true. We do read them, and they're often read by multiple individuals. They're read by scholarship committees. So it is really important to show them your best work. I have some students who actually they really believe that like a computer reads them, and like that is not true. Maybe there's some schools out there that have a computer read them. I don't know. Myth number 2: you need to write about an impressive topic. What do you think about this idea?
Well, I always kind of thought that that's what they were looking for.
What would you define as an impressive topic?
I don't know, something that's like not everybody goes through.
Okay.
Maybe like you had a really amazing accomplishment or a really challenging struggle. That's kind of what I always thought they wanted to hear, like overcoming obstacles. And
yes, there is some truth to that, but not everyone has like this overwhelming obstacle or life experience or big struggle that they've gone through.
I don't.
It's true, right? But you can take something very simple and turn it into a very impressive essay. Let me give you an example of something that we saw a lot in one of the admissions offices where I would work. People would write about how they met some famous figure and it really changed their life. That might have been true, but they spent more time writing about the famous person than they did about themselves. And we as admissions officers are not so interested in the famous person as we are about you. So you can take a very small story, something that happened in your life, and write it in a way that's very unique and very detailed. And that's going to make your story impressive and special. I can give you lots of examples of things that the students have written that about kind of small events in their life. One student, I thought this was really interesting. She wrote her essay about how she scrolls photos on her phone. We all do that. But it's the way that she wrote it and how she reflects on those photos. Then I had my student with the night tennis, and there's just lots of other ones as well. And a student who like had a habit of picking up trash around him. There's lots of different stories. These are not really big things. They're little things that you can turn into interesting stories. Myth number 3: your essay should sound like it was written by a college professor. What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, I'm not a college professor. If I were, I probably wouldn't be worried about my application.
Exactly. This is not true. Your essay should sound like you. So you want to write it in your voice and in your writing style. And you can work with someone on this, but you want to use the words and expressions that you would normally use. And we, as admissions officers, we can kind of see through when someone's essay sounds very fake or like it was written by not them. All right, on to myth number 4. Oh, it's kind of related to myth number 3. Admissions officers can't tell if someone else wrote your essay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yes, we can. So you can get someone to help you write it, but there are services out there where they will just actually write the essay for you. And I've been approached many times by students who've asked me to write their essay for them. And I don't feel that that is something that I can ethically do. So I always turn it around. I will help you take your story and your essay and make it the best that it can be, but I will not write the essay for you. So myth number 5. There's one best way to write the essay. Now, you might have some thoughts on this because you said you like writing and you're interested in journalism and English is your favorite subject. What do you think about this point? There's one best way to write the essay.
That's probably not true.
Probably not true. What's going to work for you may not work for someone else. So some people do really well with like free writing, just coming up and putting everything down. Or other people like having structure and coming up with an outline. So there is really no one best way to write the essay. But you should remember that it's a process, and you want to make sure you take enough time to revise and edit and make sure that it's your best. If your deadlines for like priority admission are October 31, 31st, don't wait until like 2 days before to start writing it. That usually doesn't work out very well. Okay, and then finally, myth number 6 says only superstar students can impress the officers.
Well, I mean, not everyone's a superstar.
Right, like everyone can have a good shot at getting in. So anyone can stand out with a great story. The personal statement is just one part of the application, but it is an important one. So in the admissions world, sometimes when we read applications, they would put them into kind of 3 piles: the yes pile, the no pile, and the maybe pile. So you want your essay to get your application put into the maybe pile or to the yes pile, because then it will go through, either you'll get admitted or you'll go through like another round of review, and that could make it, that your essay is what can make a difference between not getting admitted and getting admitted to a university.
So how much does the essay matter?
It matters a lot. I mean, it's going to vary from college to college, but it's probably 40 to 50% in addition to your grades and your extracurriculars and your test scores.
Oh, wow.
Think of it this way. Think of it as like, it's the difference breaker. If you're like an average student with an outstanding essay, that could kind of put you over the bar, like get you into the school. If you're an average student with a poor to average essay, it's not going to go well in your favor.